Welcome back, everybody. So I gotten a lot of sealed product recently off of a eBay auction thing, and had a bunch of different stuff in there, a bunch of different sealed decks and boxes and stuff that I was looking for. It was a good deal on it, but there was this Journey into Nyx Defeat a God pack. Now, it was opened, and they said that in the description. They didn't try and hose me or anything, but it was open. So when I got it, I was like, oh, cool, some Journey into Nyx cards. I don't have any of those yet. I haven't gotten any of this set at all yet. So I was like, oh, cool, get a few of those at least, even though it's opened. I can't, put it aside to hope it goes up in value and sell it down the road, or bust it open on video or anything. But turns out I opened it up to look at it thinking it was Journey in the Nyx cards, and I'm like, what are these packs? I can't play with these. I don't think these are tournament legal. I looked at the fronts, I'm like, wait a minute, there's no casting costs or anything. What is going on here? I literally was just like baffled. I had no idea. So I was like, it must be some goofy Wizards of the Coast thing. So I just kind of threw them back in the box and put it aside. But then I got curious about it tonight, and I kind of looked at it a little bit closer, opened it up, and pull out the cards and stuff, and pull out the instruction book, which is, where you should always start with things, but, that's usually the last thing guys do is look at the instruction manual. So I look at it, and I realize it's kind of like, as far as I know, from what I can tell, it looks like it's like a Wizards of the Coast solitaire. I think it's Magic the Gathering solitaire, basically. It's intended for multiplayers, it says, but at the end of the day, it looks like it's pretty much a deck that plays itself against you, and you got to try and beat that deck. So according to the rule book, now I'm new to this. I've never seen anything like this before. They didn't have this stuff like this last time I played. But according to the rule book, this God deck, starts with the God himself, which is Xenagos Ascended in play, and also two of his henchmen, the rollicking throngs. So they are human reveler creatures, 1/3s. When they enter the battlefield, reveal the top card of Xenagos' library, and Xenagos casts that card. This ability doesn't trigger as the game begins. So, and if you read Xenagos, he says as long as one of those human revelers are in play, he can't leave the battlefield. But when he leaves the battlefield, each player wins the game, whoever is playing against the deck. So I'm sure you guys all know what this is, and I'm just, brand new to these kind of decks, but I think it's a really kind of cool thing. I think it's like Magic the Gathering Solitaire. Basically, it says every turn, like, you play against this deck and try to defeat the deck, but you got to try and kill the god here, but, you can't kill them as long as these guys are in play, so creates a little bit of challenge. And then every turn you draw the top 2 cards and you just cast them, and some of the cards will have the god or his minions attack you, and some of them are more of his minions, and there's different spells and stuff like that. So kind of a really cool concept. I'm not familiar with it at all. Like I said, they didn't have this stuff when I played before, so it's kind of a neat little thing. Personally, I think a Wrath of God would pretty much eliminate this deck pretty quickly, because that would kill all the creatures, and hence therefore the God too, because all the creatures would leave the battlefield. So I think a Wrath of God pretty much ends this one. But I don't know. Is it a cool concept? Have you guys played against these? Are there more of them? Did they do them in other sets? Leave me a comment. I'm just kind of baffled by it. Like I said, I wasn't expecting it at all. I thought it was just like a pre-con Journey in the Nyx deck or something. I was not expecting a deck that plays itself. So, kind of neat. Not sure how I feel about it yet, but I might actually get ambitious and try to play against it a few times and see if I can beat it without a Wrath of God. So let me know what your thoughts on these are, if you like them, if you think they're cool, if there's others that are better than this one, or if this one's really cool. I don't know, give me your opinions on it. Let me know some more information about these, and if they are if they're more commonplace these days, if a lot of people use these to test decks against and stuff like that. I'm not sure. Let me know. All right, thanks. Bye.